One. All right, we're back. We was at the camp, at Gary's camp. Talk about the shot clock. Let's talk about the shot clock a little bit. What we might have got out of that, and think the campers probably got it because it's pretty simple to me. What's your thoughts on it?
I didn't think everybody got it because there was a lot of it that wasn't didn't get picked up. You know, they didn't pick it up. But for one though, it was tough because they had it right by the table. It
Yeah,
was right up
yeah,
against the table, so it wasn't above the game. It was below. So you had to look. But at the same time, it gave everybody a responsibility.
right.
It gave everybody, but they didn't do a good job at it. And I think it's going to take a little time to for them to really get it.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time, and especially for the ones who you know could actually what's the word I want to use, um, controlled or
hmm
with the game clock, kept the game, did a good job with the game clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
'Cause
because
it's
something
not
about that shot clock, boy, you got to know when it's on and when it's off, and
true,
and then it syncs also with the game clock on a lot of
true,
situations, don't it?
true. And well, one
I can't
was a
see
lot.
you.
Okay, one of them was they wanted to count. They wanted to do the 10-second count, and I'm like, no, no, not anymore. You got to look at the clock, shot
hmm
clock. Yeah,
Go.
you got to do the shot clock.
So
See,
they're at 35. So we'll go to
25,
25 will be
25.
your 10-second, right?
Yep, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So from my understanding, okay, like in a violation, like if it's over 25 or under 25, it should go back to
but
25, from my
yes,
understanding.
yes, yes.
Okay, like I tell people, I want to, just see what's the penalization for the violation. Hey, like Big Bird, boy, don't even know it.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, they should. That's the rule. What the rule is when you come to situations like that, you should know the intent of the rule, and that's your answer right there because you're there to penalize. What's the
true,
penalty for it? Violations is also a penalty as well.
true.
So that's I think how they should think about it though, instead of just set it all back to 35, and then change the possession. Of course, you got to change it, So it's pretty simple,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's gonna be it's a dinosaur here, so it's gonna be kind of hard, especially with like you're saying. What are they gonna do about shot clock operators in this city with everybody? I mean,
true.
because what I seen from it too, though, it's kind of hard for campers to get it because even though it's a camp, the tournament, that just parents that are running the clock and in the shot clock, so that's kind of hard. So you got to kind of
Hmm.
like play it by ear too. So it's kind of hard to really implement it in that kind of form, way of fashion, because you're just out there and parents will always come up and volunteer just like they is. Our games and how
Hmm.
tournaments go and stuff though. But to get to the nitty gritty, like your games that you're gonna have, the big games and everything, um, just a suggestion, child. So you need to get college referees out there that know the shot clock and sit back there and pay them. I mean, not no
Right.
$20. I mean, you need to pay them money,
Very true.
much as officials are getting, because we know
Very
it.
true.
Okay, so the shot clock, people that are experienced like that. So, but didn't you say something about they're gonna try to get people from the JV game to stay? How you know when people ain't got no life to live? They ain't gonna stay there and they don't help no shot clock, and you
Yeah,
ain't paying them either or give them $20. Are you out your mind?
yeah. They wanted some JV officials, but
Mm-hmm.
but you remember though now well think back and remember when we came in because I came in with you guys. They,
Mm-hmm.
they had a patch. Was it a Chassa patch? What was
It
on
was a
that patch?
Chassa patch. Yep, I
Chassa
remember I
patch.
had one. I had
Yeah,
one. Yep,
yeah.
Chassa patch. If you didn't have the eye
Right.
able, yep.
Right. If but it wasn't the IABO patch, but we could do varsity games with IABO official.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
back in those days, we used to stay, stick around after we did a lower level game. After we did a JV game, we stuck around, you know,
Exactly. We sure
and
did.
and that was one thing. That's how I got a chance to do a varsity game with that patch on, with that Shasta patch on.
Right.
'Cause I was working with, it was a 3-person game. No, it was a 2-person game. One of the officials went down. And
Mm-hmm.
then they asked me, then the official on the floor, he knew I was there. He asked me, and then I went and dressed out and came out and did the game. Came out all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it came out all right.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
And
go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
young officials need to, think about that. The more you watch officials, whether they're doing it wrong or right, you're gonna
Yeah,
learn.
right. True. That's true.
And make sure
True.
you get it yourself. Go for yourself. Know your rules. When you go in, and first thing I'm gonna to new officials, know the rules, know the mechanics, okay? Because then you'll be all right there, and make sure you read the case book, because the case book is about situations.
Yep.
So, and that's what the test is about, situations.
Situation.
Yep, yep. It's 100 questions, y'all. So, and then all the people that think that referees don't study and practice and stuff like that on rules,
Yeah.
okay. You're wrong. These people are out here trying. Y'all think they're just out here. It's
Right.
get money refs
Right.
and all that. Yeah, we all want money and get money, but there's really some people out there that are serious about their craft, in which it is a craft. And
True.
I always took it
True.
as being like a conductor out there when
True.
I'm refereeing. So,
True.
it's a lot to it, and we're gonna have a lot of stuff on this podcast. Don't Ref It
Yeah.
Up, and we'll be
And
having other special guests as well too.
tell them to bring some good game management skills too.
Exactly. That's the thing. Another thing, you got to have good game
Yeah.
management as well, too, because if you
Yeah.
have good game management and know how to handle situations, the game, the people, the coaches, I mean, even with the crowd and stuff,
Right.
though,
Yeah.
because if you do stuff that people don't understand, then it makes people uneasy, and then, you're taking a long time just to figure it out. So that to me would be, make sure the young officials need to do that.
Yeah. That's true. True.
So this is part 2 of Don't Ref It Up, and we'll be right back at you.